Hi Virgo, welcome to Wild Pearl Tarot. Today we're going to be doing your September 2025 Tarot and Oracle reading, asking what's coming towards you this month. If you'd like for me to pray for you, if you'd like other Virgos and cross-watchers to pray for you. It's one of those love and light woo-woo channels. We would love to do that. Simply say hi in the comments section or leave an emoji, whatever you're comfortable with. And it just provides us something that represents your energy. I do believe that we're all connected in mysterious ways that we don't quite understand. All right, so we start with the message of the vulture. This is the divine feather messenger deck. So each one is a bird. Accept the inevitable, Virgo. Let go of the past and welcome a rebirth to begin. And then we have the message, effortlessness. I've never seen this one. The message, take it easy. I face the world with determination, seizing the opportunities as they come and transforming them with enthusiasm. And it's kind of this, there's a hand gesture that comes with each one of these cards to empower the message. And it's kind of one of these come hither, I'm going to put it against a black background. So this is like this hand gesture, effortlessness. Goes on to say the circulation mudra activates and regulates the flow of blood in the body and stimulates the senses. This is the gesture of the fiery thunderbolt. All right. So, Virgo, for all my Virgos celebrating their birthdays in September, happy birthday, loves. For all those who celebrated it in August, happy birthday to you as well. What's coming towards you guys? We have Ace of Cups. That's a lovely one. Ace of Cups represents the heart space, right? Now, this could be creative, like a creative opportunity landing in your lap. A lot of you guys, this is actually a relationship of some sort. And when we get aces, it's like they appear out of nowhere sometimes. So I'm never going to encourage somebody to not do anything to move their life forward, right? Like go out and get them, tiger. But the aces are kind of fun because it suggests that they are appearing. So Virgo September. Nice. Okay. Flipping but not flying. We got Six of Cups. I'm going to unpack these a little bit further and then I'll start telling you what I see. What's this Ace of Cups? What's this Five of Wands for my Virgo? What's this Queen? What's this Queen? Tell me more about this Queen. Got two people, two characters popping out. Nice. Working together for a good... I know I'm giving you all these little teases. Working together for a beautiful result. You know, you got this theme in your reading. You are not alone. You've got some support coming through. To have a really good resolution with something. Five of Pentacles. Get these. Boom, boom. You got a couple people around. Six of... I think your friends are going to be really important in September. I think I wouldn't be surprised if you've got your friends coming around. Maybe it's just one or two to really lift your spirits, and lift you out of any kind of serious situation. It doesn't surprise me. A lot of you guys are going to be also celebrating your birthdays and stuff, but I think you're really going to feel the love strong. You're going to feel your friendships. There's a balance that they add to also a side to you that could, without them, in the month of September, be very serious. And what you would be doing with this energy is probably throwing it really deeply into work or a focus of some kind, and very serious. I said serious, and I guess I mean it because I keep saying it. The reason I say that, and I'm putting the cart before the horse, but I'm just going to go with the flow. I just really am led to talk to you about this very part at the very end here. The Six of Pentacles talks about balance. It talks about kindness and giving and receiving. This is the card of generosity and reciprocity. When I unpack that, we get the cards of friendships and celebrations. We have people around you that want you to lift you up, genuinely. There's nothing you owe them. There's nothing they owe you. And I think it's because they want to lighten you up a little bit. There's something, I think people are afraid of you being too serious, or maybe you had some bad memories. Maybe you've had some bad experiences earlier this year or something. And that's with the Six of Cups upside down. Now, the Six of Cups is a card of nostalgia. It can be our close friendships. It could be our family. It could be around children. But I think it's recognizing that something in this area has been tough for you. Some bad memories. And I think that the Eight of Pentacles comes out because I feel that in September you're going to have, it's very likely that without your friends and these little celebrations that pop up around you to support you, you're going to slide into a deep focus, a deep work. Let's find out a little bit more about that. Yeah, just what I thought. Three of Swords. Boo, you're just going to slide into that, a little bit of dark energy, but I don't think that's going to happen. In fact, I think you're going to, when we get a little surprised by our friends, when we feel really loved, it's when they do the things that we don't expect, or they go that extra measure. And guess who's always the one who's doing that? That's you, Virgo. You're the one that's usually always the first to show up, the last to leave. You got people's backs. I mean, it's one of the most beautiful things about Virgos is you guys are solid as a rock. But this is your chance to let your friends show you how much they care. So now I wanted to skip to that little part. There's a lot of really good stuff in here, but we have, for a lot of Virgos I'm talking about, there's something I think that didn't quite get up off the ground, or there's a disappointment here. It's really important that I tell you not to beat yourself up if you feel you've made the wrong decision around love, or that you chose the wrong, that you were foolish and you made the wrong choice in love or in friendship. And that's because we have kind of this cloudy space of making decisions. All that glitters is not gold. And it seems that, I want to ask one more question, just so that I don't get this wrong. I need a little bit of clarity on this. Okay. How interesting. You've got a really beautiful message coming through. Despite this Three of Swords, it's like the energies around you are not going to let you go here, boo. I think it's important, yes, not to beat yourself up on any kind of decision around love. And sometimes when we feel that we've made the wrong decision in our friendships or our love in the past, we feel that we can't trust ourselves completely making those decisions in the future, right? Like, has that ever happened to you? It's like, oh, my picker's broken. Have you ever heard that saying? And I don't think you're going to have a bad month. I don't think you're going to be allowed to have a bad month. We have the intuition card of the High Priestess. It's saying go towards this happy good times. We've got the Ace of Cups again, and it's coming from all these Three of Cups, all these homies. Like, this could be, there's so many little interesting scenarios that could come out of this energy. I want to give you a couple of them. This could be discovering that you actually have somebody in your close circle of supporters or friends or comrades that actually the feelings run a little deeper than you expected. Maybe that just stays alongside the realm of friendship. Maybe it's like, wow, you are going to be actually a real homie. Like, we're going to be lifelong buds. It could be learning that there's a romance that pops up from your inner circle of friends. Maybe one of your friends introduces you to somebody, but like, boo, you try as you might, you're not going to be allowed to feel sorry for yourself. You're not going to be allowed to have a bad month. Like, people are you are on that chair and people are holding you up, you know? I think that's a wedding ritual, so don't be thrown off by that. People are holding you up. Okay, so this is around, I gotta get some more on this. One sec, what's this conflict? Okay. What's the Lover's card? Okay. It could feel that, yes, you've had maybe conflict in a relationship. With the Lover's card, there's a choice you feel that might need to be made. I feel like a lot of my Virgos are going to feel slighted in a relationship. They're going to be frustrated in a relationship. Again, this doesn't have to be romantic, actively romantic. There's lack of communication here. There could be some frustration there. It feels maybe imbalanced. I want to tell you that the Justice card is coming out with that. So we've got the Knight of Swords upside down for any of you who read tarot and like to keep up. And then we've got the Justice card. So keep in mind that this is most likely about communication. So the right thing will happen. This is feeling justified eventually, okay? So we start with a sense of conflict. This is not comfortable, Virgos, especially if you are a non-conflict oriented Virgo. If you like to avoid those conflicts, it's really uncomfortable, especially because that communication is not happening and it's not getting cleared up at first. But this actually, you are in the right. This is very solidly feeling confident that you're right about a situation. And it does look like it's getting cleaned up with the Justice card. I love that for you. That's Libra energy. Things are finding their balance. If you are going to be signing any contracts, if you're in anything legal, which some of you guys are, it's really important to pay attention to the details. It's important to, let me get a little bit of advice here for you. This. I feel like an energy. So this is either no communication or it's very reckless communication, like it's impulsive and it's almost like it's meant to confuse you. That's what I'm getting. But I do love that this turns out good for you. This will balance. Just don't waver in what you know. Interesting. We have two individuals here. The Queen of Wands, who is looking towards the future, who is unwavering, who is confident, who's feeling fiery. Maybe this is your energy, Virgo, and you're stepping into an entrepreneurial mindset of looking at the future and feeling very, maybe a little bit fierier than usual or uncharacteristically spicy. We do have this, I face the world with determination, seizing the opportunities as they come and transforming them with enthusiasm. Now that is Queen of Wands energy. And at the same time, we have the Queen of Cups upside down. This is somebody else who's an emotional roller coaster, possibly toxic, possibly kind of manipulative. This is not somebody that you can get involved with and move forward at the same time into a bright, happy future. It's somebody that you have to create boundaries with because they're going to want to drag you down into their chaos. This is somebody who might hold you emotionally hostage. What lies between you is really important. That is the Wheel card. So things are changing in September. There are some new events are going to pop up. What's the word I want? What's the word I'm looking for? Either way, it's not stagnant, it's moving. And specifically having a rejection, being like, I think that you are only going to have the attention and space, the bandwidth for what's positive, what's new and open and like future building. I don't think you're going to have tolerance for this energy. And the Wheel is a good indication that you are on your karmic path. This says you're exactly where you're supposed to be at the right time. So that's your confirmation. But we have a rejection here, a disinterest, an apathy in this energy that's going on between you. And guess what it's linked to? Actually, a big spiritual promotion. So this is a good thing. So if you're feeling like, you know what, I don't want to play, I don't want to hang out with you, or I'm not going to entertain your emotional ups and downs, you're not going to have me emotionally hostage, then this is actually the indication that this is a much bigger deal. This is like a spiritual lesson that has already been learned now. they can't hold you emotional hostage, and you simply don't have the bandwidth for it. You're not interested. I love that. And then it takes us to this beautiful 10 of Cups. We all love that. We have a collaboration, and I think this collaboration is actually the people around you, your friends, the celebrations, lifting your spirits. Hey, let's keep it light, Virgo. Let's keep it light. Nobody's going to keep you emotionally hostage, and we're going to make effing sure of it. And they're like, you're going to feel connected to your intuition. I think you're going to be very much looking towards the future. You've got like, do you ever go bowling? Have you ever gone bowling? And anybody who's a newbie and sucks at it, you can get the bumpers up. Is that what they're called? The bumpers? And it'll make sure that your bowling ball doesn't go into the gutter. These are what your friends are for you in September. Okay, so that's the actual collaboration that's going on in order to make you feel reconnected to your happiness. They're just not going to let you slide back. You're just not going there. And they know that you can go there. This is somebody that is going to try to hold you emotionally hostage, and it's not going to succeed. Yes. All right. I hope that was helpful, my loves. I will see you for your next reading. If you've not yet subscribed, but you enjoyed this reading and you want to kind of become part of the family, please hit the subscribe button. Please hit the like button, and I will see you soon. Bye-bye.